Hi guys, welcome to Beginners Yoga with Rob. I'm Rob, Namaste, pleased to meet you. I'm a guy who's just got an interest in yoga, and I'm doing this in a little room in my house with my phone on a tripod. So subscribe, that'd be great. I'm not monetized, I'm just doing this because I love yoga. If you have a look at some of my previous videos, you will see my backstory, because it's a different backstory to what most people will have. So feel free to check out my previous videos, look at my kind of awakening that I had and my bit of a life story that I've put on there. Again, subscribe, like, share, whatever it is that people do on YouTube, because I'm new to all this stuff. This is just an interest in yoga, and I just want to share the word, the change that I've had. So I've done some previous videos. This is the first one that's a little bit more professional, if you can call the back room in my house more professional. But I'm going to take it back to basics, and I'm just going to start speaking about some breathing exercises or pranayamas. So pranayama is one of the 5, 6, 7 or 8 limbs of yoga, depending on which style of yoga you're kind of looking into, and it's an integral part of enlightenment. Prana, first part of the word, prana is energy or breath or life force. They're the meanings for prana. And ayama or yama is control or restraint. So pranayama is controlling your life force. And breathing is such an integral part of life, because if you do it badly, you die. And if you just breathe normally, you live. So that goes without saying that if you learn new, better breathing techniques, you will live better. So that's what this is about. We all want to live better, and this is a good start to it. Now, I'm sorry if the lights keep flickering and dimmering. I live in the countryside in Spain, and the electricity supply isn't the greatest, so please bear with me. Now, breathing is part of the kind of autonomic nervous system, and you have your sympathetic nervous system and you have your parasympathetic nervous system. So ordinarily, when you breathe, that's your sympathetic nervous system, and that kind of takes you to your flight or fight responses. So usually when something dramatic or stressor is happening in your life, your breathing will speed up, or you'll hold your breath, waiting for either to fight your way out of it or to run away. So breathing exercises kind of help you with your parasympathetic nervous system. They help you to calm down, and that's what we're after. The internal parasympathetic mechanisms, they're what we're after. They're the ones that are going to keep us calm, keep us chilled, keep us serene, just keep us on the right path. So the first breathing exercise I'm going to show you is the 3-part breath, it's called, or Dirga Pranayama. And it's not really 3 parts to it. The first part is just normal. The second 2 parts are the breathing. So first thing you want to do is just take 4 or 5 normal deep breaths. So just a normal one. Now these are all really calming breathing techniques. When you've taken a few normal deep breaths, then on the next breath you want to be taking it really deep, expanding the rib cage. so it comes outwards, and tucking your tummy inside, kind of pulling your belly button towards your spine, right back there, and then holding it in. So a deep breath, expanding your rib cage a little bit more, feel the rib cage pulling open, tuck your tummy in, hold it for a second, then breathe out of your mouth from your chest first, feeling it coming out, your belly coming out. And then just as you're finishing, as you've expanded your lungs, pull your belly in again. So I've pulled my belly in now, a last breath. The reason for that is these kind of abdomen muscles, they help push the flow of energy up the spine. So we'll do that again. So a deep breath in, expanding the chest, feeling the rib cage expand, an extra bit of breath, pull the belly in at the bottom, and then as you breathe out, deflate your chest, then your belly, and just as you're finishing your breath, pull your belly in a little bit. So in, expand your chest, hold your breath a little, then breathe out, let your chest sink back in again, down through your stomach out, and just as you're finishing your breath, pull it back in again. And that helps with the energy, pushing the energy up your spine, because what we're after is pushing energy up through your chakras, up through your core, up through your head, to your crown chakra, and out into the universe. And again, when we're breathing in, we're drawing in. That's another day. So, really sorry, 5 deep breaths, and then we'll go into expansion and contraction of the breath, and we'll do that 5 times. So just 5 normal deep breaths. This is the last one. Now into the chest. Hold it, stomach in. Out. Stomach in. Again. Try to remember to pull your stomach in as you get to the bottom. Again. Stomach in. Breathe out. And stomach in again. Stomach in. And one more. And last time. Out, down. And stomach in. So that's the first one, the 3-part breath. Sorry guys, sorry for the cutting video then. Living in rural Spain, my wife was screaming in the other room and I thought, God, what's going on? I went in there and snakes, spiders and lizards are commonplace in Spain, and my wife's terrified of spiders, and there was a spider. It was, and I wouldn't mind, it wasn't even a tarantula, it was a wolf spider, but it was the biggest wolf spider I've ever seen, and it was probably 2.5 inches across, to the point where it fit a pint glass. I could only just get a pint glass over the top. I wish I'd taken a picture or showed you, but she insisted that I took it straight out of the house. So sorry for the break in the video. Again, subscribe. You know, I'm not the most exciting guy in the world, but I'm trying my best. So subscribe to the channel and I'll teach you better ways of breathing. Right, so that was the first one. That was a 3-part breath. When you're doing any of these breathing techniques, don't strain. Don't strain your breath. Only take it as deep as you can and a tiny bit more. Don't strain yourself. You don't want to be hurting yourself. This is about calming, relaxation. It's not a competition. It's not about doing it better. It's about relaxing and enjoying yourself. So, right. The second breathing technique I'm going to show you is Samavriti. Samavriti, Vriti, Vritti. Samariti. Pranayama. And it's a real simple one. This is very simple. This is in through your nose and out through your mouth. This is the stress relieving breathing technique, and this is what counsellors and therapists across the globe teach to clients. And I know because I was one, but I didn't know the importance of it until I learned about yoga, because it's all about your energy centers. It's all about feeding your energy centers, feeding that life force, that blood, that oxygen rich blood to the parts of your body, like with the last one, that control fight or flight, and calming that down. So this is really good for stress, and because counting is involved, it helps to occupy your mind. So you don't need to be sat cross-legged. You can just be sat however you want to sit, and nice. You can be lied down if you want. The last one that I'll teach you, that's supposed to be a cross-leg pose, but this one, just however you sit, lie down. Sit with your legs out in a chair, just on the floor, or cross-legged like me. However you sit, try and keep your back straight. It just helps with channeling the energy. We're like an aerial, TV aerial to the universe. So this is what we're after. So again, a Samariti Pranayama, and it's deep breath in for 4 seconds through the nose, and exhale through the mouth for 4 seconds, and this is as simple as it gets. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to do maybe 10 breaths. I'll do 5. I'll keep it shorter because I talk a lot. Subscribe. So deep breath in, count to 4, breathe out, count to 4. So ready? So deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. There, it's that simple. Very good for stress relief, for calming down. If you're a bit excitable or a bit nervous, a little bit stressed out, that's a great breathing technique for just balancing the energy, balancing the chakras in the body, just chilling you out. So Samariti Pranayama, try it. Just try it. Just try it for nothing, but definitely try it if you're stressing a little bit. Great technique. Now the final one is, it's a more in-depth yoga breathing technique, and there's background to it. So I don't know if you knew this, but your nose, your nostrils in your nose, they are part of the Nadi Sahana. which are the energy channels to your body. Now the nadis are the energy channels, and they channel energy up and down your spine from your third eye chakra in your forehead, which is a spiritual chakra. It helps you with vision, and it helps you with enlightenment, just spirituality in itself. And right down to your root chakra, which grounds you in the floor, which provides stability. That provides the stability in your life. And the nadis, they're the channels that carry the energy to these points. And your nostrils are part of that. Now your right hand nostril that's the masculine nostril. So that's the one that's kind of the external stuff. So right nostril is left brain activity, and it corresponds with active senses in your hands and your feet, or your speech and your sexual side. So it's a masculine side and concentrates on external factors. So that's this side, controls your left brain, external factors, senses, touch, hands, feet, sexual type stuff, all that, right nostril. Your left nostril, which controls the right side of your brain and delivers energy through that area, is the feminine side. And the feminine is so the right side is controlled by the moon. The feminine side is controlled, masculine's controlled by the sun, feminine's controlled by the moon. It's the right brain activity, and it kind of helps with cognition and thought, your taste, the smell, your sights, your hearing, the internal stuff. So, men are really good at not thinking and just getting on with it and getting it wrong. Women are much better at taking a minute, thinking about things, and invariably getting it right. And I'm a guy. I'll hold my hands up to it, And so this is what the nadis play a part in. So the right side is the masculine, controls the left side of your brain for the outward stuff. The left nostril, this side of the brain, and it controls the internal stuff. So this breathing technique it's breathing techniques in and out of each nostril. Now you've got to hold your hand a certain way. Now I've worked on building sites for a long time, so I struggle with this technique because you're supposed to hold your ring finger and your pinky finger, your little finger, together with your two middle fingers, your index finger and your middle finger pushed down onto your palm, like Spider-Man, and your thumb stuck out. But I can you see, I struggle with it a little bit. So sometimes all you can do is try your best. All you can do is, and if your best is the best you can do, then you're doing it. So we're going to start with your hand like this, and you use your thumb on your right side and your ring finger on your left side, and you're literally just alternating with thumb and ring finger. So we'll start by breathing in through the right nostril, and then breathing in through both nostrils, and then place your thumb on your right nostril and breathe out through the left nostril, and then back in through the left nostril. Nice deep breaths. So and then I'm alternating with my ring finger on my left nostril. I'm going to breathe out and back in through my right nostril. And then I'm going to alternate again. Thumb, breathe out. Back in again. And then again, alternate. Breathe out. And you want to be doing that 10 to 20 times. Now, If you get lightheaded, stop. But it's kind of a meditation tool as well, because it helps to take your mind off external factors or problems. It's a little bit like the rubbing your head and patting your tummy, or is it patting your head and rubbing your tummy? It's kind of like that. It takes your mind off things. So again, it's those two fingers in, these two fingers together if you can, and alternate with the thumb and the fingers. So I'm just going to do it again. So I'll block my nose properly this time. So in through my left nostril, and alternate, and out and in. You know, Mr. Moth. Sorry, got a moth. Lots of insects. So that is a great technique. Again, it's a great stress reliever. It's a great meditative tool. It takes your mind off things. Now, there are other breathing techniques, but I'm trying to keep my videos down to lengths that people will watch them. And hopefully, I'm supplying some information and knowledge that will help people. Now, please feel free to comment down below. All messages will be answered. Like I say, if you look at my channel, I don't have thousands of views. I only started 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, and I've just been learning how to do it all. I'm just sharing the gift that's been shared with me. It's really helped to transform my life and change my life. So please, it helps me to know that I'm doing something good if just one person hits the subscribe button. I've only got about 75 subscribers so far. So hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. Seemingly, generosity makes you a nicer person. So I'm told. So yeah, thanks for joining me on my video. Feel free to check out some of my old videos. I'm going to put some playlists together so people can get a chronological order of where I was and kind of how things have progressed and how life's progressed. Feel free to watch some of my Spirituality Matters stuff, which is a little discussion vlog that I'm doing on spiritual principles. That's going to get quite interesting because I've got some interviews lined up and some other bits and pieces that I'm doing. And I will look at my shorts. Some of them are a bit stupid. And I've got some meditation tracks on there. Now, these meditation tracks, I've made them myself, and I've incorporated what I'll talk about a different day, the correct tones and frequencies for each of the chakras, and that help our minds to either heal or become active or relax. So if you know about this stuff, great, you'll hear that in the meditation tracks. If not, keep following me, keep watching me, and I'll be explaining this stuff. So thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.